Welcome to the Printmaking Center. There's one person allowed here, and if you look up above you, it will have all the directions of what we need to do and what I will show you in this video. If you look on the counter right in front of you, the purple basket has all the tools that you'll need to begin this project. Ink, brayer, and the plastic plate to go ahead and put your ink on. Up above on the white shelf are some other tools you'll need: printing paper, the foam. The other tools we'll discuss later, but this is everything that you need for this center. Okay, let's get started. First, you're going to need a little piece of foam, and you can find this on the white shelf above you in the foam bucket. Then you're going to need a pencil that has a rounded tip, not a pointy one, so you can go ahead and start drawing your picture on the foam. As you're drawing on the foam, you want to make sure that you're pressing pretty hard. Not so hard that it goes all the way through, but hard enough that the lines are deep and your image will show up when you go to put the ink on it. We're ready to ink. You need a brayer, the plastic plate, and whatever color ink you use. We're going to just do one color today, and we're going to do orange. So I'm going to open up the tube, and then I'm going to put just a dollop on the plate. Now you'll notice there's not a lot there, probably about as much toothpaste as you put on your toothbrush. Then you're going to take the brayer and you're going to roll the ink out on the plastic plate. Now the purpose of this is to actually get the ink on the brayer, not roll it all over the plastic plate. So I'm pretty much just staying in the same area. See, I've still got some spots, so I'm going to keep rolling until I get enough of it on the roller. When I've got enough on the brayer, then I'm ready to put it on my foam. Okay, now that I've got the ink on my brayer, I'm going to put my foam in front of me and get this other stuff out of the way. And I'm going to take that brayer and I'm going to roll that ink all over the foam. You want to make sure it's nice and even. So I may have to roll a couple different directions to make that happen, but that's okay. Then I'm going to flip my brayer over and rest it. It's got a handy stand. This way I don't get ink all over the counter. Then I'm going to take my paper from up above and I'm going to lay my paper on top of the foam. Now this is a pretty small piece. Normally I wouldn't use this big of a paper on here, but to show you how to do this, we're going to make it happen. So I lay the paper on top and I'm going to rub it all over. Make sure you get those edges. And you want to put a little pressure on there. And then I'm going to pull the paper off the plate and I have my print. But I'm not done yet. See, I've got to put my name on the bottom of the print. So I'm going to use that same pencil. I'm going to write my name, and then I'm going to go put it on the drying rack to dry. Remember to always put your name and your homeroom on there. So when Miss Messier empties the drying rack, she knows where it goes. Now I'm not done because I've got all this extra ink. So I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to put some more ink on the brayer. Make sure I get it all on there, and I'm going to roll it right back on my foam again. And you're going to keep going until all the ink is gone. Once we're finished with all of our prints and all the ink is gone, it's time to wash it. So you're going to take your brayer with the water on, you're going to roll your brayer all over the bottom of the sink and make sure you get all the ink off the roll. Then you're going to take your foam and using your fingers, you're going to try and get as much of that ink off as possible. You're not going to get it all off, but as much as possible is perfect. Then you're going to take the plate and you're going to do the same thing. Use your fingers, rub all the ink off. And it's squeaky clean. Don't forget to turn off the water. And then get a paper towel and make sure everything is dry. The plastic plate, the foam, and the roller. All right, now that you've mastered one color printing, let's try two. Same process. You're going to use the exact same foam you just used. You're going to put a little bit of ink on that plastic plate that you just washed. You're going to use a little less this time because you're going to have two colors, which means double the amount of ink. So probably about half as much um, toothpaste as you would put on your toothbrush. And you're going to put the ink kind of close together, as I've done here. And then you're going to take your roller. You're going to take your roller and you're going to roll straight up and down. Now this time you don't really want to go side to side because you'll lose the effect. So try and get as much of that ink on the brayer as you can. And you're going to take that ink and you're going to put it right on your foam just like that. Make sure you get a nice even coat. Now I just picked yellow and green because go pack. But you can pick any colors you want, and you can do as many colors as you want. Just remember, the more color that you put on the plate, the less amount of each color you're going to use. Same process. I'm going to take my paper. Now this time I'm going to go sideways because it's such a small foam. I can go ahead and actually do two prints on the same paper. So I'm going to rub it and then I'm going to pull it. So this process of peeling it off is called pulling your print. And there it is. Don't forget to put your name on the bottom and your homeroom so I know whose is whose. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do another one on the other side because I got the space and I don't want to waste the paper. So I'm going to get some more ink on my roller. I'm going to roll it on the foam. Make sure it's nice and even. Whoop, got stuck there. That's okay. I'm going to take the other side of the same paper and I'm going to pull a second print. Remember, rub, 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 especially those edges. And then I'm going to pull the other print and look at that. I got two on one. Now I got to wash everything and put it all away because I am done. Wash the brayer on the bottom of the sink. Wash the ink off all your foam. And wash the ink off the plastic plate. Turn the water off, dry everything, put it all away, and you're done. Don't forget to take that little foam picture of yours and put it in your portfolio.